keep the wheels turning.
The workers, united, will never be defeated.
To misquote Shakespeare, there is something rotten in the states of Jersey.
The island of Jersey. Its picturesque landscapes and coastlines make it little surprise that tourism is a key driver of its economy. With a population of 90,000 and a high economic output per capita, it is substantially ahead of all of the world's largest developed economies. The island is fiercely proud of its independence, and there are notable relics of its rich history. Yet amid the peace and calm on this Channel island, a storm is brewing. In April 2009, an arbitrary and unilateral pay freeze for over 6,000 of the island's public sector workers was announced. As the largest teachers' union in the UK, NASUWT is proud of all public sector workers in the United Kingdom and Channel Islands. So a delegation that included national officers, the Deputy General Secretary and a team of professional organisers packed their bags and flew over to offer their support and galvanise workers into taking part in a march through the capital, St Helier. After encountering nothing but contempt from the Jersey State's Employment Board, the NASUWT is balloting members on industrial action, a decision which it does not take lightly. There is little doubt that Jersey senators have seriously mishandled negotiations with the representatives of the public sector workforce.
They're very, very angry, but they want to settle the dispute. We were so reasonable. As a matter of fact, I think if they offered, it's about 6 months, a 6-month period in 2009, when they froze public sector pay without any consultation, without any negotiation. They just went to their equivalent of Parliament without even telling us they were going to, and they got a public sector pay freeze through by a small majority. I think, my estimate, if they offered our members 0.5% for that 6 months, they'd settle. But they won't move at all, they won't offer anything. We then say, right, we're very reasonable people, what David said, the strategy we worked out, let's have catch-up pay awards. You tell us you're going to get the economy of the island straight. We'll wait till the economy of the island is straight and then give us catch-up pay awards, add a little bit each year onto what you're going to give us anyway for cost of living increases till we've caught up. Because you appreciate the effect of the public sector pay freeze is that it affects our members forever unless you put it right. Because the percentage you get for uplifts in future years is that much less than it would be because it's a percentage of a smaller sum. And the same with pension. The firefighters are with us, the prison officers are with us, the nurses are with us.
While teachers' pay remains a fundamental issue, the dispute is about the livelihoods of all public servants in Jersey, where living costs are rising dramatically.
So we call it England and Wales or the UK. A lot of teachers come here, partly because there are tax advantages, and in terms of income tax there are, but when they get here and then they're into GST and things, they realise it's different. Also, accommodation and property here is phenomenally expensive.
A very, very modest house is £250,000.
I know, Jerry, I've been looking since up today. A 3-bedroom semi is £500,000. To get good teachers here, it'll become increasingly likely that Jersey teachers will leave the island to go to England and Wales because conditions of service and pay are better. So we're doing this for the benefit of the pupils and the parents and the families of Jersey.
As with all industrial disputes, having a clear, defined strategy that includes all members is crucial.
So if they throw this at you tomorrow, what's happening to us in the independent schools? We're having one big main dispute in all the state schools, and those are the ones that you're visiting tomorrow. In the independent schools, we're going to have a school-by-school negotiation. We're going to go to each independent school separately and say, are you going to stick our members with the pay freeze that flows from the state system, or will you negotiate a settlement with us? And we'll negotiate settlements school by school. If they agree to negotiate settlements with us, and we're told some of them will because they're quite wealthy, they've got trust funds and so on, and they understand about the problems of the cost of living here, they will settle, then we won't ballot and we won't have a dispute, we'll settle and we'll use them like dominoes to knock the state off. Those that are obdurate and say no, we're going with the state, we'll ballot each of those separately, and if the members in those schools are up for it, and you all know that's a big problem in independent schools, but if the members are up for it, we'll ballot them.
We don't just go in gung-ho because there's a hint of a problem, we weigh it up very carefully and we only take this level of action after very careful consideration. And one, it's going to be winnable. Two, it's going to be a reasonable, fair and just fight. And C, we've got to be legal, which, as I say, we spent a long time with Jersey lawyers getting that right.
As activists from across the island arrived, the role of local media could be pivotal in attracting numbers to the march.
The message that we want to leave Jersey people with is you must turn, if you care about your health services, if you care about education on this island, if you care about the welfare of the people of Jersey, you must turn out tomorrow, join us on the march of demonstration and show the government of this island, which rules on behalf of a tiny minority of ultra-rich people in their interests, you must show them that ordinary people have had enough and that it's our absolute determination to defend essential public services and prevent the population of this island from being victimised.
So you get 6 weeks maternity pay at the time of the birth. If you then come back, you could then get 6 weeks after you come back, but if you have any time off at all, for any reason, any single day, for any reason, including certificated absence, you have to repay all of the maternity pay, all of it.
Some teachers who come from the UK who've got a very clear understanding of what strike action means and what action short of a strike is, and then there are other teachers who are genuinely concerned about, you know, the nitty-gritty of what action short of a strike is. But in saying that, we went to a meeting in Le Roquier school last night at which we weren't sure how many people would come, but in the end more than 60 teachers from 6 different schools attended the meeting, and it was very, very lively. But
so I want to try and pair people up and pick off certain schools so that we can get out there today.
With the aims of the day clear for all, it was down to the nitty-gritty of getting the message across to schools. NASUWT visited every school in Jersey to canvass opinion on the industrial ballot and encouraging school staff, not just teachers, to attend the march the following day. The visits revealed a number of issues in different schools. Many school staff were keen to support the rally and felt that the invitation sent out by the NASUWT to consider the next course of action provided much needed solidarity in an increasingly challenging situation.
So colleagues, here's Marina, our branch secretary.
After a busy day of visits, union colleagues gathered for a debrief to assess the appetite to join the march through St Helier and for industrial action on the island.
There are folks here who don't know each other.
The teachers we talked to were not the teachers that you would normally expect to actually be in action, but they were very keen. One thing that came out of it, which is really good, they said we didn't need to come because we felt so well informed by NASUWT about what was happening. So they didn't need to come. We said, well, we did need to come because, you know, we wanted to meet them. But they said they thought it had been excellent, the material that had come out, and they felt really confident about it.
But they appreciated the visit.
And they did, oh yes, they did.
People who have been initially hesitant are going to support the rally and will vote yes, because one of their colleagues had said, well, you can't complain if you don't take part. The worrying thing was the ATL member who expressed the view that only qualified teachers can manage children during the midday break. Teaching assistants and midday supervisors won't be able to control them.
We were able to demonstrate physically by copies of emails to our lecturers that basically the employer is disregarding us totally. You know, they're disregarding us as a profession and they are breaking the employment law. The Director of Education has admitted to me in person they're breaking the employment law because although we're on the main professional scale, the same as teachers, they employ a significant amount of staff on fixed-term contracts, which are actually illegal in the island.
There's one male teacher there, he's never had lunch break. He's been there for so many years, he's never had lunch break. And he doesn't, he wasn't overly concerned with the money or anything else, but all he wanted is a lunch break. You know, all he wanted was to have a lunch break. But I said, this is what we're here for, is to get these terms and conditions in place so that you can get simple things as lunch break. You can take